Olá, bonecas! Welcome to Bonecas, Conversas Cafézinho, a Portuguese-American podcast where we gather around the table or your couch or your backyard to talk about culture, tradition, community, and everything in between.
Hello, we're your hosts, Jessica Espada Freitas and Marisa Silva Rocha, two Luso-American women with roots in the Azores, mainland Portugal, and the United States, bringing our stories, our perspectives, and a whole lot of heart.
So grab your cafezinho, get comfortable.
And let's start the conversa.
All right. So today is going to be episode one. It's going to be our pilot episode. And we're just going to talk a little bit about who we are. So I will let Jessica start a little bit and then I will talk a little bit and we'll just go back and forth. But what we're going to do in this series is we're going to have short little podcasts, anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes long. And we're going to talk about anything that comes to mind. And we're just going to see where it goes. I mean, this is our first one, so we don't have any expectations and we're just going to go with the flow. But I guess we can start off with Jessica. First of all, where are you filming from? And where are you from?
I'm filming right from my backyard. I have a little setup here with my lights and my heater and
That's so cute.
my cafezinho and all that good stuff.
Love
So I was born here in Hayward, California, um, but I was raised basically all my childhood in the Azores in Fayal.
Oh, wow.
Um, my mom is from Fayal. My dad is from mainland. Um, he has a lot of family in Alentejo and then
That's so cool.
middle of Portugal, Lisbon, Viana do Castelo, and all that good stuff. So yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
yes.
That's a good mix. Just like when I met you, I was like, what the heck? Because that's very similar to me.
Hmm.
Um, My mom is from San Jose, California, like me, and her mom was from Saint George, the Azores, and um, my grandfather, her dad, was also born in San Jose too. So that's a pretty cool thing that I love. I always boast about that. And Emilia, my firstborn, was in San Jose too. So in that respect, we have four generations in San Jose, which is
Hmm.
very cool. And then my father is from Viseu, Portugal mainland too, so the north of Portugal, which I'm like, what? It's so hard or rare almost to find
Yes.
mainlanders here in California. I know it's a very common thing in the East Coast, but um as far as California, it's very few and far between, right? So
Right. Yeah.
and then to find someone that's like me, similar to me, where they have Azorian and mainland, it's like that. I truly, it's very rare to encounter. I think it's you, and then there's my friend Georgie Reis. He lives in Los Banos. He's also his mom is from Continent, and his dad is from São Jorge. So he's another one that's similar to us. So that's a really cool thing. Um, and I think in this series, we're just literally going to talk about different topics that we can relate to or that is happening. I know for this pilot episode, we just wanted to keep it really short and sweet and just introduce who we are. And Jessica, I know lately you've been doing a lot of different videos about our traditions and our cultures, specifically having to do with foods, right? You
Yeah.
like to cook, right? So can you
Just
speak a
when I
little
get
bit?
bored,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, well, today I might as well try this and just let's just make a video about it.
it's
So
very
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I really like that. I really enjoy your videos. I think you should definitely keep going. It's really cool to watch, especially for me,
Hmm.
because I'm super Americanized. I think it's really cool to have your perspective because you spent, like you said, most of your time and your life was mostly in the Azores. So for me, totally cool, a different perspective that I love because I'm super American when it comes to that. I'm super American, and I think that's why I love
Yeah,
our culture so much and I value it so much is because maybe that I have a an attraction to know more, right?
right.
And sometimes when you're doing those recipes, I'm like, what is Jessica doing today? Let me see. Let me check this out. It just makes you feel so Portuguese too. It's like, what?
Right. And I have to take advantage, while my mom's still around because
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
once they're gone, all those things are gone with her as well. So I try to learn a little bit from her here and there. Although she always says, mine always tastes better. Okay, well, I got to start somewhere.
Oh
You
my
know?
gosh. Your mom,
Oh
I
yeah,
love her. She makes the best fig jam. And I'm sure she makes a bunch of other things, but her fig jam for me, I love
that's
it.
good.
It's
Yeah.
when those seeds pop, oh, I love it.
Yes, yes, delicious.
Well, Jessica, I'm so happy to do this show with you because like I told you earlier today when we were chatting this morning, I've been wanting to have a show with a co-host, like a person that I can actually have conversations with. I mean, I have a mock conversa, which I say had because it's different. You know, when I first did a mock conversa, the first two seasons was similar to this on Zoom, just like this.
Right.
And it developed into something else on the seasons three, four, five, and
Hmm.
beyond. Six, we're on six now. Um, but it's different for me because every episode I'm talking to somebody new, right? That's
Right.
typically the thing is we're talking to new people every time. And I've actually had repeat guests and stuff like that, which is cool too, because then we can continue on where we left off and it's really organic, it's very authentic. And I always wanted something like, well, I want an actual show with the person because it's very limiting when you're just doing it all on your own solo, right? So it can, for me, I think it's going to be like a fun, cool adventure, something different, something new. I know right now we're very timid. We're just getting our toes
Just
wet.
getting our feet wet. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
Hmm.
getting our feet wet. We don't know what exactly is going to transpire. We don't know exactly what's going to manifest. We don't even know, like for now, the season one, we have it, called this, but we could have it be called something else for season two. We don't know where the road goes. We don't know. We're
Right.
just gonna ride the wave, like they say, right? So, bonecas,
Right.
conversas e com cafezinho. Cafezinho. I haven't even sipped mine yet because it's still
I'm
hot.
already almost done.
Oh my God, I love that.
As
Well,
Portuguese, we do love our coffee.
yes. I mean, okay, I didn't even say exactly where I'm living or where I'm from San Jose, I mentioned that, but right
Hmm.
now where I'm in Hillmar, which is in the central California, which I always have a joke that I used to say a lot when I went to go sing at my father's shows. I would say the same joke every time. And if I didn't say it, Francesca, my best friend, would definitely remind me that I didn't say my what happened? You didn't say your joke. So people don't necessarily know where Hillmar is. So I like to tell
Yeah.
them. First, I tell them like geographically, like, okay, it's 30 minutes from Modesto, pretty much, right? And they're like, oh, Modesto, I've heard of that. And then if, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it's also, around 30 minutes from Merced too. Have you heard of Merced? And they're like, oh, yeah, I know Modesto, I know Merced. I'm like, okay, cool. And then my joke that I always say is it's not going to be funny, I'm sure, for you because, you're very into agriculture and rural stuff and you live out in, agriculture land too. So the joke is, yeah, I live in Hillmar. It's a town where, oh, I just got the chills everywhere. Affirmation that it's true. That there's more cows than people. And it's it's true.
It's
There's
true.
more
Yeah.
cows than people.
Right.
So that's where I live, and that's I love to say that. It's just
Yeah.
funny to me. I love it.
Yeah. I
To
consider
go from,
myself,
you know where I'm from, to go from a
right.
big town,
Yeah.
a big city to a little town.
Right. Right. Yeah. Same here. I would consider myself a Bay Area girl. I mean, I've been a little bit of everywhere in California. I
Yeah.
started out in the Bay in Newark, California, and then moved up to the North Bay, Santa Rosa, and then moved back down again, Hayward, and then now I'm in the Central Valley. I live in Newman. So, and when people too, same here, when they ask me, where do you live? Where's that at? All my coworkers, what? Why do you commute to work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is
Uh,
interesting. And, but I do
because you
always
work in
say,
Mountain View, so you work in the Bay.
correct.
I
Yeah.
have a Bay Area job too from Campbell, but I work from
You
home.
work
Thank
from
God.
home. Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. But it's hard. Jobs out here are hard, to make the income you do out there,
Yes,
but versus
absolutely.
cost of living. So
And I
a
don't know
lot of
how
us
you do
do.
it. Girl, I don't even know how you do it because you do that night shift and you do those weekends. And I'm like,
Yes. Yeah.
no, Felicia, I need my weekends. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that horario is just a you just got to get used to it,
You just
right?
get used to it.
Got to
Yeah.
get used to it. Like it's just a habit that anyone could get used to. But
Right.
yeah, the weekends though, I love my weekends.
But I always say it's temporary, because everything in life is temporary.
It's temporary. It's just a
So,
sacrifice, a short sacrifice because,
exactly.
weekends, that's where it's at. That's where it's
Hmm.
at in medical fields and whatever, that's where it's
Yep.
at.
And
So,
better things are coming. You just have to sacrifice, like you
yeah.
said, and then it'll get better. It'll work itself out.
I'm actually like in hermit or incubation mode, and I've been in that mode, and I love that mode just because it allows you to slow down and actually dive deep in who you are or who are you evolving, developing to be, right? If you're
Right.
always on the go, always busy, thing after thing after thing, you get lost in it. You get lost in the shuffle. You don't have the time. You don't have the time to even begin to know what that is, right? So I'm loving this new stage of life for me. It's very slow pace. I mean, I still have my job. My job sometimes can be super crazy. I've been 15 years this year going to make in the industry of promotional products, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love what I do. And I think that's a part of the madness is that when you're so passionate about what you do, you get really dive deep into it, right? And then
Hmm.
not only do I have that, and I've always had that, I also really worked hard with my music, and that was like even overpowering my actual job, my actual career. It was like so much. So right now is a different phase for me. I'm loving it regardless. I'm still doing music. I'm still exploring that. I'm diving into my original music now.
Hmm.
So it's like we're getting fun with the genres and expressions and I mean life is art, right? Not only is it
Absolutely.
is it
Hmm.
in music, but it's in cooking, right? Life is in
With everything.
cooking,
Yeah.
life is in music, in art, in film, in literature,
Hmm.
in podcasting, right? I want to just how we're getting our toes in the podcasting here. I want to get my toes in everything almost, is
Right.
and
Yeah.
since we are island girls, we love to get our toes wet too, right? We like to go to the ocean,
Absolutely. Yep.
all that good stuff. And on this series, we're going to explore lots of different things about our culture. I actually have always said, when I talk to my best friend, and I've always mentioned this, there's not enough things out there in the mainstream world about Portuguese culture. I mean, if we are one of the top places to travel to and one of the top places to live or to move to, as all these different articles online say,
Hmm.
well, okay. I don't really see us being I don't really see us in the mainstream too much. I mean, I do see it here and there, which I get so super excited about, super happy about, but I love to see more. And I think what we're doing is just another ripple in the ocean, right? Another wave in the ocean. It's a big ocean, but it's also we're a part of it too. And
Right.
we deserve to be talked about, and we have lots of amazing things in our culture, and I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I feel like I do see, people come forth and explaining how it is to live there, what their experience is, but it's outside people. You don't see a lot of people from the mainland or the actual Portuguese people that live there come forth
That's
and talk about
true.
their experiences.
What's
So you
up
do
with that?
see the expats and all that come forth and say, hey, this is how it is over here, and you
Yeah.
should come over and this and that. But we don't see our Portuguese people be very welcoming of everybody coming from
Yes.
abroad. Yeah.
I see that, but that's okay. Little by little, we're gonna have more open minds and expand in that because even though we are progressive in a lot of things as far as there as Portugal goes, as far as a country, because I
Mm-hmm.
always found it fascinating that they legalized gay marriage before the United States did. So that was very interesting to me, right?
Yeah.
Even though, even given that information, they are still a country with lots of old school values. And I know we're going to get into that too. And what does that mean? And I know we were like talking forever now, so we're gonna just wrap it up. And then
Mm-hmm.
for next episode, we're gonna talk a little bit about our summer vacation. And Jessica went to the Azores, and I went to the
Yes.
Azores too.